to a special holiday edition of A Gamer Looks at 40. Very quickly, this may not even hit the podcast feed. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'll just kind of leave it alone for the holidays, take that break. But I was thinking about Christmas and the holidays and what to do for like a holiday special. And I had a lot of bad ideas that are not going to happen. And this is the best one I have. If you had listened to the Super Nintendo episode of A Gamer Looks at 40, the very podcast you're enjoying now, you remember that I opened with about 4 minutes or so of me receiving my Super Nintendo as a kid during the Christmas of 1992. Well, there's actually 20 minutes of that audio living on my computer. My brother took the entire tape of the entire Christmas that my dad filmed and put it out there, and he turned it into a file for me. So I figured, why not play the other 16 and narrate it? Kind of tell you about what it looked like, what the feelings were, kind of use that as a backdrop to maybe stir some memories of Christmases past for yourself. I think we all had this Christmas at some point in our lives. If not, you had something different perhaps, and that's fine, but I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to kind of look at this video. I've only seen it a few times, so this is not a pure reaction, like a react video or a react podcast. I've seen this a few times, but I don't know. I thought I would go through it, do a little theater of the mind for you as we kind of explore Christmas of 1992, the day I received the greatest gift I've ever received.
This is the children on Christmas Eve, 1992. Bobby is 6, Lindsay's 5. Billy is going to be 12 in 2 days.
That's my mom narrating, of course.
Eating peanut butter, Lindsay's drinking soda, and Billy was picking his toes up until the time he saw my camera.
Thanks. My mom will explain this annoying noise in a moment, I think.
What the heck are you doing?
In Billy's hand are 2 bugs.
As I ramble innately, here's kind of the setup for it visually, by the way. So there's a big, long couch. It's a blue couch towards like the back of a wall. It's kind of facing a wall that then sits out onto a sun porch. You can kind of view out a sun porch from there. On the left-hand side is the TV. My sister, my brother are sitting in front of the TV. Bobby eating peanut butter, Lindsay drinking soda. If you panned to the right, you would see our Christmas tree all lit up pretty. And then if you went further kind of around the corner, you'd see another couch. So that was our smallish living room. I would say maybe 15 feet by 9, perhaps. That's a total guess of someone who's not a carpenter. But that's kind of the idea. That's the dimensions I think we were working with. I'm sitting on the couch, as my mom stated. The bugs in my hand, quick note, growing up, I always had stuffed animals. And my brother and I, and my sister too, we always made them talk. We had entire wrestling leagues with all the stuffed animals with their names, and they had music intros. And these little bugs, these were popular back in the late 80s, early 90s. If you ever donated to a charity, sometimes they would give you this little puffball with eyes, these googly eyes stuck on it, with these giant oversized feet. And if you pulled off the backing of the feet, you could stick it places. And we just have a little tail that say, St. Jude's Hospital or whatever, right? And I had like 6 or 7 of these. And they all had their own names and personalities. And I used to make these, as I listened to this, horrendous sounds that pass for making these things talk. So when you hear me making these utterances of insanity, I'm not a crazy kid. Well, I am. Because my brother and I, if we go to a gift shop on a vacation or a trip or whatever, you're guaranteed to grab a couple of stuffed animals and make them talk. That's just going to happen because we're crazy people. My son loves it because I make all of his stuffed animals talk. If you ever meet my son, ask him to talk about his stuffed Yeti because we have an entire fiction built around this stuffed Yeti. I can literally tell you everything you want to know about the Yeti. We are strange individuals, but hey, it's all about honesty here on The Gamer Looks at 40.
Now put that away.
I'm putting it. My brother, of course, has told my mom to just put away the camera, stop
In a
filming
little
us.
while, we'll see the children hang their stockings.
Here we are at the stocking hanging. The stocking hanging is now commencing. Really quickly before I continue it, the stocking. So the stairway kind of goes up alongside the tree. So as you go up the stairway, the actual railing is on the left-hand side, and then to the left of that is the actual tree. So it's actually pretty cool. When you come downstairs for Christmas, the first thing you see is the tree all lit up, and then when you take the corner around to the right, you'll see all the presents and everything's laid out. And usually the presents were all over the living room. There's some on the chair, some under the tree, some in the corner. It was pretty cool. My dad is in shot now helping my sister hang her stocking. She's 8, I think. 7 or 8.
Lindsay, go help Daddy.
My sister was adorable, by the way. You can't see this again, but she was a really cute little kid. She's wearing like this very elaborate Christmas pajama dress thing.
Don't do that, William.
Being admonished by my dad for doing something stupid.
Where's your string? That's a good question.
Can I put on to feel the camera? Where's my string?
My brother is about to hang his stocking, but
Christmas Eve stockings, take 2.
there's a very strange jump cut there as my mom decided to have us all reset positions and hang our stockings. So my brother's doing his now.
Feel that better.
Of course, my brother abandons my dad. He just takes care of it. He's like, oh great, you just take care of that. That's fine.
Not nice. I do like it when I push you, so it doesn't
You're on the
matter.
best side here. Next. I think you can do it by yourself, can't you?
And all that time, I'm sitting, making ridiculous noises, as I do right now. I'm currently making ridiculous noises.
Mother is trying to take a picture here.
Yeah.
Mother, it's very strange to me to hear that.
Take 3.
Again, clearly there was a cut. The director told us to cut and reset the scene. So I'm now currently, of course, hanging my stocking, taking forever to do so. I'm wearing all red PJs that are probably a little too snug. Sorry, theater of the mind, with like a white front and stripes. It's extremely early, late 80s, early 90s.
Up your lovely bum before Stan sees you.
My brother admonishing me for taking too long.
Sing with me, Daddy.
And there, it's up. Admiring my handiwork.
Can we go to bed now? Can we? That's tradition for Dad to read the night before Christmas.
We're getting shots.
Long shot of the tree.
Here.
Headbutt my garden.
They really were pretty good at cutting these things. They didn't have to do editing or anything. They just stopped the camera and started again. Got a nice long shot of the tree here. Always a big tree, lots of flashing lights.
Angel.
Aw, Angel,
They're
my
my
dog.
children in a very odd moment. They're sitting quietly for the first time in 4 days. Hello, dear.
My dad, of course, makes faces at my mom as he always did. That was his thing. All right, cut to Christmas morning. So that was Christmas Eve. This is now Christmas morning.
Give me this. I wanted.
As I say, my sister was really cute as a kid.
Okay.
What did Bobby get?
What is this? What is this?
Bobby, a Game Boy.
Bobby,
sweet.
let me see your Game Boy.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Nice close-up of the Game Boy. So the Game Boy was my brother's. He received that the same year I got my Super Nintendo. So check this out, y'all. We received as a family, as brothers, a Game Boy and a Super Nintendo in the exact same Christmas. That is like, how do you top that? You don't top that. That's not toppable. And the picture, he gave a nice close-up of the Game Boy box. Man, that's such a nostalgic thing for me. That awesome Game Boy box art is gorgeous, actually.
Said you wanted Boy Scout stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you like these?
Sounds like my brother got I got Boy Scout stuff, which is neat. My brother just pulled out a game called Splat. It's a board game that features... Okay, let me pause a second. So it's a board game that allows you to create these little claymation grapes. And then you take them through this board game. And on the board itself, there's all these traps. There's a buzzsaw that'll cut your guy in half. There's a scissors that cuts its little head off. There's a boot that smushes it. Super fun game. I don't know if anyone else played Splat. When my brother received Splat, we got a lot of board games as kids. We had all sorts of board games. There's more opening, as you can imagine. My sister's very patient and slow. She just takes her time. I'm tearing through it like a Wolverine. I'm a madman. I got a shirt. That's neat. Not very nice. Might have been nice back in those days.
I guess it was too big for your stuff. Oh, nice.
Desperately want my mom to acknowledge my shirt. I don't know why. I think I said there that Mrs. Claus knit it. That's actually, I'm glad I was into the mechanics of Christmas.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Happy Joy.
Ah, God, that's awesome. Happy Joy. I was watching Ren and Stimpy in those days. No wonder I'm deranged. That was a thing. Oh man. So my brother just opened up this weird Crash Test Dummies. Do you remember the cartoons, the commercials with the they might have been claymation Crash Test Dummies? They'd smash into a wall and they would say, you know, don't drive without a seatbelt or you'll smash through the window like a Crash Test Dummy. They actually had a line of toys. It was really interesting. And this was a car. It was actually really, really cool if this is the right gift. It was this really cool car that had all these crash zones on it. So if you rammed it into a wall, you know, chipping the paint and driving your parents insane, it would like crumble in different areas and you could make the little guys fly out of the car, the Crash Test Dummies. I think there was even a cartoon. I don't remember, but yeah, it's this Crash Test Dummies car.
I
like this. This I wanted.
The glow puppy.
The glow and the dog's friend. That's I wanted.
Aw, this is so cute. So my sister got this. My sister got this stuffed animal. My mom was good about making sure each of us gave somebody a thing, even though we didn't buy it.
What is this?
That's the adapter.
Battery pack, yes! That's the Game Boy Power Pack. It's the AC adapter for the Game Boy, so I'm more excited than Bobby is, I think, at this point. I don't know. I'm just like, yes, we have a Game Boy. Little do I know, a Super Nintendo is 5 minutes away.
Look what I got. A model. That's my model.
Let's see. Lindsay gets some.
I got a model. That's weird, like one of those like cement models of a Lamborghini. Not terribly interesting or fun.
This million is there.
Look how Lindsay gets a video. Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah, I know.
What did my brother get here?
Love like
I can't tell.
Yeah, the whole thing.
It's like a G.I. Joe something. Don't know what that one was. Sorry, can't play that one for you.
Bobby, I got the little thing.
What's cool about this is that how fast we're going through these things. And listen as my mom gets more and more frustrated because I am just tearing open every present I have.
Oh, a light bright refill to make mermaid pictures, Lynn.
Oh, my sister had a light bright. That was such a cool gift. Oh, and then I got the Grape Escape. So, the Grape Escape. All right, hang on. So Splat and the Grape Escape were different. Splat and the Grape. Okay, let me pause this again. So the Grape Escape was the one where you made these little grapes, and they would go through this abattoir, this this splatter house of things that would murder them. So Splat was with the bugs. Okay, if you're in your car at home screaming, saying no, Splat was the bugs. Okay, now I get it. Splat, you made these little clay or Play-Doh bugs, and if you hit a certain space, you could splat them with a splatter of some sort. Grape Escape is the one that had like the torture devices. It had actually one that it would roll it out, so you'd have to put the grape on like this roller and just roll it out. It's deranged, actually. But I was, watching Ren and Stimpy, so hey, I'm okay with deranged.
You got a light bright refill to make
Real Rescue Rangers.
Billy, you sit on a chair and take a break.
This is the first time where Mom tells me to stop.
Pick up some of your mess.
Stop. Pick up the mess.
Billy.
And this part, I think, is in the actual episode, the Super Nintendo episode.
Good.
My sister got a Cheaty Chat Bear, which again is a very talkative electronic bear.
We'll be over in 30 seconds.
Every time I hear that laughing sound, it's just like brings back memories of hearing that over and over again.
Listen, my big one. Bobby to Santa. Let's see what.
From Bobby to Santa, a giant present.
You like them?
Super Van City. Okay.
Put the decals on it, right, Bobby? Yes. But not red. We're
Is that
not
what
red.
you wanted?
Yes. Super
Give
Van
it to
City.
me.
Santa.
Where'd it come from?
Santa.
So before my mom and dad do a phenomenal bit of acting. I mean, really just top-notch method acting. Super Van City was a Micro Machines van. I'm going to mess this up. I can't look it up on the fly here. I have lots of things hooked up to the computer to make this happen. But if I remember correctly, it was a van. It was probably maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 feet by 1 foot, like a big playset van that when you opened it up, it was an entire metropolis that you would then play with your Micro Machines on. So the idea is you could shove all your Micro Machines in this playset, carry it around. I might have had a handle. I think it might have. And when you open up the van, like buildings and stuff pop out. It was super cool. And evidently it was impossible to find at the time. There was a commercial. That's all my brother wanted. And my mom and dad swore up and down that we were not going to get this, or he was not going to get this. They don't exist. They don't exist in the state of New Jersey. We've looked everywhere. Forget it, kid. This thing ain't happening. So let's listen to my mom do a little bit of method acting.
I guess so. I guess that's
You
true.
knew this.
No stores had that.
There's not a store from here to
No
Jersey.
store in New Jersey had Super Van City. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Billy, catch your breath.
I love that. Stop, Bill. Stop it. Billy, stop. I was Billy then, but in those days I was Billy. That was my moniker.
I can make stuff.
Good.
Now everyone's going to call me Billy on Twitter. No, I'm sure not. It's fine.
Bobby to Santa.
Well, I'm going to sort the piles out.
Bobby to Santa.
And more stuff for... Now, mind you, I have like 1 gift left before the big reveal of the Super Nintendo. My sister has 7, I think, and my brother has like 5, which is why my mom is saying, relax, Billy, relax. Have a seat. Take a breath.
Lindsay, don't step on the Game Boys and stuff. Come here.
Oh, for God's sake, Linz, please don't step on the Game Boy. For God's sake, don't do it. What would Wada say if there was a big footprint in your Game Boy box?
I know what this is.
85% fair.
A lot of these.
Here we go. My sister opening up a gift here.
This
Lindsay, who's that from?
She opens it so slowly and carefully. I don't think that's changed.
Okay.
This is
She's
that
opening it
racetrack.
so slowly along the seam.
that
And now she's
racetrack.
ripping. She said, I forget this. I don't know enough of it.
Oh yeah! You remember this, Billy? The big racetrack?
So Bobby, we're not help you set this up. We're not help you do that right now.
Man, we
okay?
cleaned up.
The big racetrack. You know, look at my present.
No,
Please.
no,
Oh.
no.
Okay, you ready to see
I'm like begging to
this?
open a
Wait
present.
minute. Until Bobby gets those stuff done.
Bobby to Santa.
That's your last gift. Nobody else is on their last gift. That's your last.
Oh, dude. My brother's 2XL.
2XL.
Oh, dude.
There's his tape. And let's see what the tape is about. World of
I'll explain this in a
Animals.
second. World of Animals. So 2XL, it was this robot. It was maybe, again, like 2 foot tall robot that you'd put tapes inside. And I think it was interactive where the tape would play and a robot would make, robot sounds and narrate a story or something. And you could actually like hit different buttons to have the 2XL advance or rewind the tape. I don't remember how it works, and I know very little about it in my brain, but I remember it was super cool. And before that, my brother got this like racetrack thing. Man, we cleaned up. Like we cleaned up those on those Christmases. So, man, that's cool. That's cool. 2XL.
I ever got it, and I really want it. It's from
And my sister is still opening like that 1 gift. She's still, in all this time, she's still working on 1 present.
Come here, Lindsay.
And I'm screaming. I'm in my brain.
Nice.
You always wanted a roll. Don't watch when you're walking, Lindsay. Don't step on the Game Boy.
I only want a road.
Aw. My daughter's that cute. She's,
I
aw.
get some of this.
She got her robe and
I
she,
got some stuff. Just a minute, Billy.
That's all my presents. Thank you.
and then my brother just got like a Nerf bow and arrow, I think it was. A Nerf bow and arrow.
Just didn't want your sister open her.
sit and watch my sister open hers. She's playing with the tags. She's carefully opening wrapping paper. Finish up, Lindsay. There's a Super Nintendo a-coming. Come on.
Somebody garbage bag.
What? Where is it?
I can't stand it.
Down the cellar.
Nah, he don't know what it is.
And they're asking me to do menial tasks. I can't even mentally handle it. There's more presents. My sister got a Starla doll. I don't know what these are.
That, Billy.
In my brain, those are for girls, and I was uninterested.
Billy, stop.
I love the constant begging for me to stop being a psychopath. Because now everyone's left the room temporarily, and there's a long pan of all the ripped presents.
5 minutes, it's all gone.
That's right, Dad. 5 minutes. That's all it takes. And we were not a family that did the, like, you open one, then you open
Lindsay,
one.
did
No,
you see what was on the sun porch?
just carnage.
Lindsay's got another box behind her.
So my sister's big surprise for the Christmas was an easel. It had, like, a chalkboard on one side, I think, and, like, dry erase on the other. That was her big surprise for that Christmas. Soon to be overshadowed by the greatest gift I've ever received.
I got splat. Then you're ready to get it. Just try to get all the club without getting splatted. This is yours? This is yours? Yeah, that's splat.
My brother is still talking about his Splat board game. I can't focus on anything other than other people's gifts now. It's like, if I can't have my own, I'll just look at yours. My mom, of course, is stalling for time. I think she does want me to relax, but she's also stalling so we can all get the Super Nintendo together. Sister's still opening presents. Come on, Lynn. Come on.
Walking pony.
I think it's a Barbie pony. All right. So there you go.
Now.
Yeah, it's some sort of pony
But you have to
with a
remember
carriage.
something. We share.
Oh, here we go.
Sure, I know.
Here we go. Here it is.
What is it? Super Nintendo! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're big present.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's all I can say is, oh my god.
Oh my god!
My
Oh my god!
my sister's very smiling.
I think I'm feeling ill. Oh my god! No! God, is this like a rental or something? Oh my
I
god!
had these hidden so you wouldn't open them by accident.
And that's the famous "Is this a rental?" line. You'll hear that in the Super Nintendo episode if you hear it. They just handed me the games,
I had those hidden 'cause I don't want the boys
so
to see.
we're getting our games now.
What's yours? No, it's Mario Paint!
I was afraid if you opened that first, it was
Mario Paint! Alright, I'm better! Hey. Oh, you got Turtles Blood.
Now, if you don't
So my brother got Turtles in Time. I got Mario Paint. Man, I'm so glad Mario Paint came with my Super Nintendo.
For Super Nintendo?
No.
This is Super Nintendo game! This is awesome! This is an awesome game! This is an awesome game!
Mario Paint's such a formative game for my brother and I. More for my brother probably.
I'd
But
rather have this.
yeah, more for my brother than me, but formative game. And I'll do an episode on Mario Paint at some point in this podcast. That has to happen.
Oh my god, this is unbelievable! Excuse me.
So now we're all the way to our stockings.
I'll leave the stockings for later.
And my dad, of course,
Oh my
panning
God.
the carnage.
A book?
I am on the stairs
you have a
panting
present
and
too.
just
I think we gotta put one over on Billy. I think Billy's surprised.
you should see my
Look at her
face. You can't. I can't.
I
It's,
wouldn't buy that, would you?
What?
Super Nintendo.
I told him I wasn't buying it.
I could not find
My
Super
dad and mom.
Nintendo. Your father would not let me buy a Super
Oh my
Nintendo.
god!
So yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Oh, these are two awesome games too!
Jersey accent kills me.
And that
It really
comes
does.
with Mario. That comes with a game in there.
Oh, come on, can we set this up now?
No.
Set it up now.
Comes with-
Set it up now.
Comes out something.
He's
Gently,
shaking.
Billy. I think it
He's
comes with
shaking.
Mario
Can
Land.
we
I think, or
rip
something.
some of our presents out of our stocking?
You want to?
Bobby wants to go into the stocking because there's always like little things in there.
My stocking.
I don't care about the stocking.
Shaking.
I'm like laying over my Super Nintendo.
Shaking.
I got listed.
Well, sit down and relax, Billy.
Flop onto the chair.
Oh God.
I got listed. A very merry Santa Claus story.
And the carnage and the
Months
carnage.
and months of preparation.
Yeah.
Done in 10 minutes.
What is this?
My dad again surveying the carnage.
No, yeah, all 3 systems. And you can do any color.
And I think it goes back to me at some point here. Yep.
Knees are shaking.
He's
He's a
little beside himself right now, I'd say.
Yeah. My knees are shaking at this point. That's how excited.
Huh, Billy?
No. If you don't want that color,
I did not think it came Super Nintendo.
Lindsay,
Man.
certain kind of pain.
Winding.
Nobody likes their presents,
It might
huh?
just go poof into space.
If I don't look at it, it may go poof into space.
Does everybody like their presents?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody look at the camera and say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my god. Can we open this after dinner breakfast? Can we open this after breakfast, please?
Please, please.
Please? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
All right, that does it. You know what? It's so funny when I listen to that and see it again. And I wish you guys could see it. I don't have a YouTube channel. This is the medium I have to share these sort of things. So that's just what I'm going to do. Hope you enjoyed that. What comes to mind when I see that is that pure excitement and joy. And I don't know if I said this during the episode. I'm not sure if I accurately said this during the Super Nintendo, but what those presents and what those gifts, and especially the Super Nintendo, just meant possibilities. It was the concept of me getting a Super Nintendo at that moment in time, especially after my brother got a Game Boy, right? Especially after that, there's no way I would have ever fathomed an SNES coming into our house. And that pure elation that I think only a child can experience, that I think as adults we sometimes chase, and we'll never catch that. We're never going to catch that feeling. Is just a really priceless thing. It makes me really grateful to be part of that family. Really grateful for knowing now the hard work my mom and dad put in to give us those Christmases, to get us all those gifts. It wasn't easy for them. And especially considering, not to get all sad and sappy, but my dad passed away. Many years later after that. He passed when I was 17. It was right around Christmas. And so it's kind of hearing him on there as well is just a reminder of who he was. You know, he was stern but silly at the same time. He was an interesting guy. So hearing that definitely brings back those thoughts. But back to that Super Nintendo, it just brings back those concepts and those ideas of that joyfulness of a child. And as an adult and as a parent, I get to see that through my kids. That's now the fun of Christmas for me, is not getting that joy back, like that crazy sense of excitement. Because again, that's never going to happen again. And that's fine. We grow, we change, we get older, and that's just the way it works. That's the way it's supposed to work. But seeing my son lose his mind because we got him a shoots and ladders because he likes board games. We got him an Uno game that shoots the cards out, right? And he's just amazed at this awesome thing he received. And having that reaction is really cool. And it's a nice reminder of kind of where things were then and where they are now. Hopefully this has not been a weird rambling episode. If it was, hey, you've listened this long. Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for being a fan and a friend of the show. It's just been a amazing 6 months. I think I started this in April or May. I can't remember when, but it's been a really crazy 2021. 2022 is going to be even better. Next week, we have a big announcement. So there's no regular show next week. There's an announcement. If you enjoy the show, you really should listen to this episode. It's quick, but there's some changes coming to the show. Some that you may like, some you may not like, some you may be indifferent to, but they're important nonetheless, so please check them out. And have an amazing Christmas, have an amazing holiday season, and just enjoy those little moments, right? Those little moments with friends and family that bring you joy. And who knows, maybe you're going to give a kid this Christmas the greatest gift they've ever received. Thanks again for listening to the show, and happy holidays.